That's baseball, man. Like that's just how it is. And I mean, with the Jays team, who really they need a deep run this year. This is a very big year for the Jays because
hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while. We're here. Chris Daniel. I'm on the left. Daniel's on the right, or the other way. Depends which way you're looking at it. Yeah, we're talking baseball today, and we're talking about the Blue Jays, the same hat that Daniel's wearing, and if they'll make the playoffs, because they're not in a playoff spot right now, and that kind of sucks because Seattle decided to be the greatest team in the face of the earth, I guess.
yeah, I mean, like it's honestly they haven't even been playing bad. That's the thing.
You know what's
the Jays
weird? I was looking at stats earlier today. And
I know you're a big stat guy. So
I am a big stat guy. Well, I didn't look at the stats. I just listened to it from some podcast. I listened to like 3 today, so that's one of them. They were saying that, you know, how Seattle has like a 9 wins in 10 games or something like that. Whatever the record is, it's stupid. The Jays have better pitching, I think better runners in scoring position hitting, and better overall hitting in that whole time than Seattle does. Except Seattle is obviously winning games, and we're winning games too, just not as much as Seattle is for some reason. So.
That's baseball, man. Like that's just how it is. And I mean, with the Jays team, who really they need a deep run this year. This is a very big year for the Jays because it's been like 3 years roughly of actual contention, I would say.
Yeah, because you can't really count. You can't really count 2020. That was more of like a development
2020,
year. 2020.
Yeah. And then 2020. Sure, I'll count 2020, whatever. But then 2021, they missed it by what, a game?
A game. That was devastating. That was our chance too. That was a big chance.
That was it. And then the 2022, the most recent one, they pooped the bed against Seattle.
They really pooped the bed in Seattle. And I mean, if us and Seattle were to make the playoffs right now, we wouldn't be playing them unless they somehow win. No, I don't even know how that works. They're 1 and we're 2, or we're 1 and they're 2. But it's looking unlikely. But it also could happen because Houston just got swept by Seattle, and the Rays are sort of in a free fall right now without Wander Franco, who is an idiot. So do you think by the end?
I know you're pissed about it for your fans.
He was one of my keepers, man. I had such a good young core too, but it's something I don't know.
Anyhow,
he ruined it. Dang it, Wander. But yeah, so by the end of the year, honestly, I could see it being Seattle's 1, Jays or 2 in the wild card because Houston and the Rays are falling off. But like, I want to be that 3rd wild card spot because playing Minnesota would be so nice.
And I just want to be in the playoffs because once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. We saw last year with the Phillies, right? They almost did not make the playoffs, and it went on to almost win the World Series, right?
That's crazy.
So anything can happen. It's happened in the past, dude. There's been a couple teams that have done it. Even the Padres. Like, Padres, they didn't win their division last year. They won a wild card and then snuck in. Oh, it's NLCS final. So
wasn't the both wild card things or the both things wild card
for the NL?
NL, yeah, right. And then the AL was at Houston and Tampa? Was it Tampa?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember. We probably know the end of it. Yeah.
But yeah, there's kind of 4 teams the Jays are competing with. Well, Jays plus 3 other teams that they're competing with for a wild card, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tampa's obviously the clear. They're in the number 1 seed. You got Houston number 2 and Seattle in number 3. And then I wouldn't count out the Red Sox. They're only 3 games back of the Seattle for that final wild card spot. So
the Red Sox are that team that just randomly are terrible at times of the year, but then when they're good, they're insane. And you can't beat them. So we kind of got them at a good time when we swept them back in Boston, but then they swept us, both other 2 series this year.
Yeah.
So it's weird how Boston is. Like, it's either sweep or get swept. So that could work in the playoffs in general. Like, get hot for a month, do what Seattle's doing right now, and any team can make the World Series like we saw last year with the Phillies, like you said.
I was going to say, look at the Phillies. Prime example. They were playing sub 500 baseball for the start of the season and then went on to tear. Look at the 2019 Washington Nationals.
Yeah, 2021 Braves, 21 Braves.
But they were 19-40 or something, the Nationals.
Yeah, they were bad, and they won the World Series.
And then tore it up towards the end and won. So anything can happen. You just got to get hot at the right time. And the Jays are starting to peak. So I would say they're starting to play much better baseball, I would think, than recently.
I think so. Bo Bichette's back as well. But then you can also look back to the 2021 Braves. The Jays had a better record than the Atlanta Braves in 2021, and the Braves won the World Series just because they actually made the playoffs, right?
They got hot, right?
They got hot at the right time. All of their trade deadline acquisitions were elite going down the stretch. I think they had Jock, they had Eddie Rosario, and some other. Jorge Soler was an animal. And then Acuna came back, and everything was just good for them, and they won the playoffs. Now we got Bo coming back. The 2 games Bo was back, we won. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So.
And Brandon Belt's been looking amazing recently.
Right.
And what I saw. And Varsho looks better. Biggio looks like an everyday second baseman.
It's because I dropped them both in fantasy. It's weird. I picked up Kirk. He started sucking again. I dropped Varsho. He started being good. I dropped Biggio. He started being good. I picked up Davis Schneider. He started sucking again. So I think next year for fantasy, I just won't pick up Jays hitters at all.
That's fair.
I mean, I'll take one for the team. I'll keep Kikuchi and Gosman because they're still okay, but might have to never pick a Jays hitter up again.
I mean, moving forward here, Chris, like we talked about this important stretch here for the Jays in the next month, month and a half. The next 3 weeks are huge for them. I just kind of looked at their schedule. I'll read it out really quick.
Oh, I know, it's massive.
We're playing Baltimore on Tuesday, August 22nd. I don't know when this video will go out, but that series for 3 games, which Baltimore's given us a lot of trouble this year.
They have. Well, to be fair, they've given everybody trouble this year. Yeah. So it's not really just us. But
specifically the Jays.
We've won
a series versus Baltimore.
We've won 2 games against them all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're facing a subpar Cleveland Guardians.
They are subpar.
Which I don't care. I'm saying they're subpar.
Well, their pitching is not subpar, but their hitting is really bad.
And then we're facing Nationals, Rockies,
I like that stretch.
Athletics, Royals. Like, we need to do well during that stretch.
I get it. It's West Coast, so maybe, like, we don't sweep those series, but if we just take 2 out of 3 out of every series, or even 2 out of 3 and 2 of them and sweep the other 2, we'd be looking good, let me tell you. Because right now, Seattle's going through that stretch of all those shit teams, and then we're going to be going through the stretch of the shit teams. So we got whatever Seattle is, we got to match it at least.
And then I was going to say, after that, it just gets hard. You play Texas, you play Boston, you play the Yankees, you play the Rays, and then you play the Yankees, and then
you
the
said
Rays
hard.
again.
Hard, and you said the Yankees, Daniel. I don't know. The Yankees.
Okay, well,
wait, remember, did we say this year that they were going to win the division? Ultimate jinx. I know, that was the ultimate jinx.
I don't remember what we did, but
because I remember last year.
I just want the Jays in the playoffs, Chris. I don't care where the Yankees are anymore.
I remember.
Had enough of this.
I love where the Yankees are.
22-year life, I've seen the Jays in the playoff twice. So 3 times. I've seen them in the playoffs 3 times.
Whoa. 2015, 16, 2020, and 2022. 4 times.
Okay. Wow. 2020. Okay, fine. 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
3.5.
I mean, how many playoff wins? Well, actually, we did see 2015, 16. They actually won games. But
right? Like,
2
I
playoff
want
series
another
wins.
run like that for this team. And this team, I think, I've been saying all year, we've been backing all year. I like the makeup of this team. I do. I like the moves they made. I like Kiermaier. I like trading. I'm one of the very, very few people that will say I actually like the Teoscar Hernandez deal.
I kind of like it. He's not doing very good this year.
I'm one of the very few people that will give a chance for the Dalton Varsho, Gurriel, Moreno deal, even though I don't think Moreno
right now, the Jays are winning that trade.
Right? Like, it's... I like the moves they made. We've been positive all year. I just want to see it in action. And they've been playing better. Like we said, Biggio, who is a fan favorite on this channel,
yes, sir,
has been tearing it up.
Yeah, and Gurriel he has fallen off a cliff since that hot April and May he's had. Remember, he was an all-star. He had like a 300 average. Now he's down to 257, Daniel. Down to 257. He's got a 769 OPS. So. And
Varsho's turning it around now, hopefully. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Swinging better.
Varsho.
Exactly. Like, you just gotta get hot at the right time, and maybe good things happen. So I want the Jays to make this playoffs. I hope they do. I don't know if you have anything else to add to this. Maybe we should wrap it up here. If not, I'm gonna explode if they don't make the playoffs.
I was gonna say I like our chances in the playoffs, considering we'll actually be facing pitchers who have a track record against them. Because the Jays this year, for some reason, we can face some guy out of the complex league and we'll get no hit. But then heaven forbid you put who was that guy who pitched yesterday? Hunter Green, guy throws 102, or you throw Garrett Cole, Vladdy gets 3 home runs off of him. We'll be playing guys more like Garrett Cole than the guy from Cincinnati who was pitching in the complex league a week ago. So I like our chances there. I like our chances of Gosman, Barrios, Kikuchi, who might win the Cy Young this year, doing very well as well in the playoffs. And, I mean, our bullpen, unreal. I like the look of it too.
And Chad Green's coming back. Don't forget about that. He's going to be a sneaky player down the line, possibly. I've liked the addition of Eric Swanson's look great. Tim Mesa looks like a legit lefty. I can't believe I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, Tim Mesa, unreal. Hey,
Like
same as Genesis Cabrera hasn't given up a run yet with us.
Genesis Cabrera's look. Jordan Hicks looks like a nice piece. He's had a little bit of rough outings, but still looks like a nice
He
piece.
just got to
for that
throw it
bullpen.
103, dude. Like I don't like who
Honestly.
cares? Your sweeper sucks. Just throw your fastball, dude. It's fast. And your sinker, it throws like 101.
When you throw 103, you should be throwing nothing else but fastballs and changeups. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like if they're not hitting that, like yeah, they're gonna hit. They're obviously gonna sit sweeper because they can't hit 103. Like nobody can. You just get lucky. So yeah, with that being said, let's wrap it up. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Hit that like and subscribe button. Goodbye.